Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we'll continue our adventures through Dúnedain. So in the previous episode we came to Saeradan in Forderith, but now we have advanced the epic and the landscape quests as well, and both of them had sent us to Saeradan in the Windfells, and that's where we're going now. Let's take the road. Another peaceful night in Dúnedain, and the night sky, clouded as it is, still looks beautiful like usual. It's midnight. Perfect time for riding in secrecy, avoiding enemy eyes seeing us. That's perfect. I think we've been very lucky so far in the times in which we're doing this. Because I think now that we're reaching the Windfells, that's the place where we will get those quests that can only be done at night, if memory serves me right. Because as you can see, there are some of these wolf shadows, but we will also be encountering some spirits, or at least that's how I remember it from my last time. And these are enemies that can only be found at night, or maybe they are just easier to find at night. It's been a while. So we'll meet Saeradan at his camp and find out in any case. And yeah, these goats too are, as far as I remember, yeah, enemies that only appear at night as well. So we actually need to get moving to be able to get those quests and complete them before it's too late for us. I think I should have stick to the road, but I lost it. And well, crossing the fields in here with the flowers, and I mean these purple flowers really go amazing are amazing combination basically with the night sky. Very atmospheric, I gotta say. So we have found the main road at last. We'll be traveling this in the future, but for now we'll need to take this path over here and look for Saeradan, which is on this hill. And it seems there's not a stable master in here? No. So yeah, we're gonna stay here a while and let us do this as fast as we can.
We have few friends here, and I fear they are becoming fewer.
Things are not right in any way, Beriathan. As we have come further south, it becomes more clear to me that the plans of the wizard Saruman told to us by Elrond are more advanced than even the Elf Lord believed. You tell Saeradan of your encounter with Wadu of the Uch-lûth, and he nods grimly. We have few friends here, Beriathan, and I fear they are becoming fewer. Wadu may speak for us, but I am not convinced that his clan will listen. Already there are more clans in Dúnedain than just the Uch-lûth, and they are hostile to us. Travel a short way to the north and see what has become of the road. I fear it has been blockaded at the command of Saruman. Okay, I think I remember now what's gonna happen here.
How can I be of service?
Brayar sent you, has he? I hope Dagoras and his party are finally on the move, for we have much ground to cover and little time before us. Beriathan, I fear the road below may be watched too closely for our company to move as secretly as our purpose requires. To this end, I have sent somewhat of my kindred west into the Gloomglens to seek a less traveled path into the south. We need your aid here, but when all is ready you should head to Ehad Idrenfair in the Gloomglens and speak with Idrenfair himself. I am certain he could use your help scouting the way. Hail, Beriathan, it has been long since you and I worked together to hinder the efforts of the traitor Saruman in Bree. Chief Watcher Greenbrier still does not comprehend the significance of what we have done. But never mind that now. We have other matters to discuss. You know already that we go to the aid of our chieftain Aragorn in the south, but we travel through hostile lands and must secure our route. Besides that, we will need provisions. This will require the goodwill of the Algric, the Dunlending clans which have migrated into this region. Will you help us? I have a task in mind for you, and I believe Amland and Andrek may as well. As I mentioned before, Beriathan, our stores run low and we must seek the goodwill of the Algric to replenish them. Herbs for medicines will benefit both us and the Algric. Will you forage some up for me? Search on trees for beehives. Within you may find the royal jelly the bees produce. This can be used to treat many illnesses. You should also seek our goat's rue. It can be used to treat ailments of the liver and the combat fever. Clamathwit fights many diseases. Mistletoe, which grows on tree branches, may be used to treat cancers and strengthen the heart. Sweet myrtle has a property to relax the ill. When you have found everything we need, bring them to me. Okay. Here we have Andrek. You might remember Andrek from... He was one of the other rangers in Bree. I think after helping Saeradan in Bree, he does send you talking to Andrek. So I'm doing my best remembering where we found all these rangers. And yeah, I'm trying to keep doing this as I go on so that I'll do my best to keep track of everyone here. So here we have Andrek.
Will you aid the Grey Company?
Beriathan, I know that Saeradan seeks to befriend the Uch-lûth in the hopes of opening trade with them, but we have a more immediate need for provisions. To this end, I would ask a favor of you. As we enter the Windfells, we have seen many herds of oxen roaming the wilds. Would you hunt some of these oxen and bring me the meat? Be wary, however. The Uch-lûth also maintain herds in this region. You should not harm any domesticated oxen that you find.
Will you aid the Grey Company?
Beriathan, welcome and well met. Because of your aid, we were able to drive back the Tarkrip orcs of Angmar before they could fall upon Bree. And you see, he was in Bree. Now we journey south to the aid of our chieftain, Aragorn. I am certain Saeradan has told you of our needs. Will you aid us? Throughout the Windfells you will find terrible wolves. Hunt the beasts and gather their pelts. This will prove beneficial against the cold of the growing winter. Bring them to me for examination, then take them to Saeradan. He will prepare them for delivery to the Algric once he has replenished our own stores. And Amland. So I was checking here. Amland is a ranger that you find in Bree that will get you a few quests for you to do on the woods to the west of Bree, but I think we did not do those ones with Beriathan.
Our success lies in secrecy.
Greetings, Beriathan. It has been long since you rid the hobbits of Buckland of the threat of the giant. Thanks to you, they may wander the Brandy Hills with little fear. Now, I am in need of your aid once more. The Algric use feathers for bedding and decoration, Beriathan. It may be to our benefit to collect many pristine feathers to bring to them as an offering of peace. Perhaps such an offering will entice them to trade with us. Crevine nest at Blubungwern to the northeast of here. Perhaps you may find pristine feathers within their nests. Bring them to Saeradan. The feathers must be of the highest quality. Okay, so what we're doing here, we are picking flowers, herbs, to be more precise. We are defeating this Crevine, oxen, and wolves. But the Crevine, it seems, even though you can defeat them, right next to the camp, they will not drop the feathers that we need. So instead, let us go out into the wild again and start doing all this. Here we'll have a Windfells wolf. And here we have a captain, most likely grinding Slayer deeds in any way. And still no feathers. Okay. Let us pick the plants then. Okay. Mistletoe. Okay, here in the trees. Good. Okay, so you see here the spirits, the Cuthraul. As far as I remember, they only appear at night. And at some point we'll get a quest to defeat a few of them. I might be wrong though. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so you don't need to defeat the Crevine. Just need to look inside their nests. Yeah, that was right. It was a quest text set, but I was so eager to fight Crevine, you can say, that I went straight into it. But no, there is no need to fight these guys. This ox, however, that's another story. What do we have in here? We have all the feathers that we need. We're gonna remove this quest in here. Now, gotta keep defeating oxen, wolves. Flowers. We need a lot of flowers. That's the mistletoe. Cuthraul was really close by. Thinking I shouldn't have skipped that one that we... I saw, yeah, one that I didn't pick on my way here. Now I think I should have. Here's the goat's roux. Now, plamath, royal jelly, and the myrtle roots, which are around this area somewhere, so just gotta keep looking. Oh, so we have the ox meat. We can remove that. Hand. Supposedly there should be some herbs in here. Supposedly. But no, I don't see any. Let's continue south a little bit more. Hopefully they will be there. Okay, so here we have the beehives for the jelly. Of course, that will spawn some angry bee swarms, but seems we can avoid that fight. That reminds me, I believe, was when playing Witcher 3, that you can also go to the beehives and take the honey. And if I remember correctly, the first time I played Witcher 3, I wasn't expecting the bees to attack, to hurt you, so I did die to some bees at some point. Something like that. I didn't know you could use Igni to drive the bees away, so they killed me. Just once though. I learned my lesson, but still fun if you think about it. Killed by bees. Thankfully on LOTRO that's not the case. There's not much that an angry bee swarm can do to you unless you allow it. And even then, it'll take a long time, if ever, for one of those to kill you. I'm supposed to go now. I don't see any of these flowers or any more beehives. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, there's one in here. Beehives in here, it seems. Why are you so hard to find? Okay, there's one. And the last one, really, so... Okay, the wheat is to the northwest. Will we get up there, maybe? So yeah, this is the way up to Saeradan, but no, we're not getting back there yet. Still need the wheat flowers on one hand, but on the other we also need to go and check the blockade. Okay, seems that we have it. I want really. Okay, here is the last one. We have some sages lock boxes in here, but I think we can skip this for the moment at least and focus on the quests. No. Okay, here we are. Small boots, what do we have here? You did little wonders. You have found a pair of Hobbit Boots. And when we use them, this appears to belong to a child, though it does not seem to be of the Dúnedain. Perhaps one of the rangers of the Great Company may be able to unravel the mystery. Okay, and here we need to open this strong box carefully. Inside the coffer you find a report and a sword with ancient markings. The road north has been blocked as you ordered. Anyone traveling this way will need to pass by us, and they will have some troubles if they're not approved. Cuthraul and Shargut took their bands north once the blockade was in place. My clan was glad to see them go, but you are wise and must know best. Enclosed, find that sword we took from an upstart on the road. He put up a fight, but was no match for one of my archers, who shot him from hiding. You will find the sword interesting. And here we have the ancient sword. We'll need to bring all this to Saeradan, and of course turn all the other quests that we got on the camp as well. Sadly, well, there are no milestones in there, so we'll need to make our way on our own. And for that, I think let us ride. That Hobbit corpse? Oh my god, it is! Well, I was not expecting to find a Hobbit corpse. That is way more sinister than finding a regular human corpse.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
Okay.
May the Valar grant us swift passage through these lands.
Ah, Beriathan. This will help us greatly, though I fear it will not be quite enough. Nevertheless, you have our thanks. Okay, no. Give me a moment here.
How can I be of service?
Ah, the herbs I asked you to forage. This will aid us upon our journey and perhaps help to earn the goodwill of the Algrake.
What can I do for you?
These are the feathers that Amland requested of you? Good. Then all is nearly in readiness. Finally, completed Mysteries of Enedwaith. A new title, Explorer of Enedwaith. A confidence has been capped. Loyalty is level 31. 10 LOTRO points. New deed. Yeah. So there we have it. You have completed many tasks for the Great Company and others in Enedwaith. Well, only the Great Company so far, but we'll get to that later. So now let us continue leveling up loyalty, confidence, determination, wit, valor. Yeah, we're only missing loyalty to cap all our core virtues, and then we'll continue with others. Mysteries of Enedwaith Intermediate, another 10 quests. 10 LOTRO points, good.
How can I be of service?
Ah, this must be the pelts that Andrek requested of you. This will do well. Perhaps the Aldrich will be persuaded to trade with us after all.
What can I do for you?
Well done, Beriathan. The Aldrich will hopefully find our offering of peace acceptable and grant trade with us through you as our agent. Some distance to the northeast, along the foothills of the mountains, we noticed a camp of Aldrich goat herds. Take these goods to their leader and present them to him with our request for trade.
This confirms what I feared.
Saeradan takes the report from you and reads it with growing concern. He then marvels at the sword. This confirms what I feared, Beriathan. One of the Dúnedain clans has been ordered, likely by Saruman, to blockade the road north and to slay any who seek to pass that way. This sword is of ancient make. See the markers here in the shape of horses. This is a sword of the Rohirrim.
The former bearer of this sword may still be alive.
But injured and near death. There may be a chance that we can save him. Perhaps the hostile Dúnedains who stole his blade did not finish him. He may have tidings of Rohan, and as that is where we hope to join Aragorn, they could be of use to us as we journey further south. Begin at the blockade gate north of here and follow the road south, Beriathan. You may be able to find this fallen Rohirrim and save him.
Our success lies in secrecy. Will you aid us?
Beriathan, I must confess that my heart is heavy. Our actions may hurt the herdsmen of the Uch-lûth, for the oxen we have slain are the same from which they draw their own herds. I must ask you then to take this meat you collected to the Uch-lûth ox herds who have encamped far to the southeast, near the northern end of the bridge which leads into Nan Laiglin. Present them this gift with our apologies and promise them that we will hunt no more. Perhaps they will agree to trade with us, if you can make them understand that our apology is sincere. Alright. We'll go there. The blockade. Gotta get back to the blockade. And look for the corpse. And well, sun's coming up. Okay. So now here we are, the road to the north with a blockade, and here we have the corpse we were looking for. But as you see here, this is no Rohirrim, this is a Dúnedain. And this is even a Dúnedain we have already met before. The bearer of the sword was not one of the Rohirrim, after all, it was Wadu, and he is dead. And we'll need to bring news of that to Saeradan. But before we go back to the camp, let us also go to the Uch-lûth and bring them all the goods that we have for trade. Anytime now. These guys were really camped far away. But here they are. What is this? Who are you? We do not know your kind. You are devoted to us. You speak on behalf of some wanderers of the wild. Algrake, that is an insult. Do you speak on behalf of our brothers of old? The clans of Dunland say we're Algrake. Outliers. We are no lesser men than they. You do not speak for the others. Then perhaps I will forgive the insult, for your wanderers may not know our ways. Tell me what it is you wish of us. Okay, completed friend to the Grey Company. Now you did ally to the Grey Company. Let me see that in here really quick. The Grey Company. They are here. Okay, this is the new deed that we just got. This is the deed that we completed. A friend to the Grey Company. Travel discount and LOTRO points. A new title. Continued efforts and service to the assistance of the Grey Company has earned you greater acceptance. So I think that we are making good progress with the Grey Company reputation, so that makes me wonder if the team at some point increased the reputation rewards through the area, and if that's the case, if it will be possible reaching kindred with the Grey Company and the Algrake before we leave the area. That would be really nice, because this was an endgame farm that we no longer need to participate in, so it would be nice if it was easier a little bit. The gift of your devoted friends is welcome, but we are not prone to blindly accept the friendship of strangers. If you wish to earn our trust, you must lend us your aid. I and my people have seen evil shadows moving among our herd at night, shadows of goat shape, but blacker than night and with red-eyed like fires. They remind us of the Drugavar, demon goats of our legends. I had never seen such things in my childhood, and so I never believed. Now it seems many things of old tales haunt us. Perhaps you may find the truth of the matter among our goats. Our herd is there, to the west of our camp.
It is not our custom to trust Dúnedain, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
Rufus says that your friends send medicine and furs for trade. It is a good demonstration of trust, but our trust is not so easily earned. Too much dwells in this land that we do not understand. Many evil spirits. Just last night, I was seeking a lost goat and saw what I believe was a Cuthraul, an evil spirit, floating in the air near Gwyllion's gate. The old woman of the mountain who lives beyond that pass is a strange creature, so the sight of such a spirit was not surprising, but I fear its presence. Will you seek evidence that what I saw was not just my imagination? If the Cuthraul appears, will you be able to banish it? Gwyllion's gate lies south from here. I have only seen the spirit at night. Some creatures may only be found at night, however, the first stage of this quest may be advanced during the day. So, yeah. That's what I was telling you about. These were the quests that we needed to start doing at night. Thankfully, there are some Cuthrauls in here, but Cuthraul and Illidan Slayer. We have here 90 of 10. Yeah, let us see how much of this can we do during the day. Because it's not like we have much choice right now. Okay, so we have that. Now let us, this banner, let us see. This banner bears the symbol of the White Hand, the charge of the traitor Saruman. Saeradan will certainly wish to know of this. I assume he would. But before we go back to Saeradan, we still need to find signs of the Durgavar around here. And the thing is, I don't remember exactly what we are looking for. Unless this is a quest that, once again, can only be advanced at night. I seem to remember that, well, the Durgavar will show up, but only at night, and those are the signs that you are looking for anyway. So it seems we'll need to advance this quest as much as we can during the day and come back here later.
I have not seen your kind before.
You are Uch-lûth, holy Dúnedain. None of our folk have ever been able to banish the Cuthraul. We praise you, Uch-lûth Dúnedain.
You are a Dúnedain from distant lands. I am not sure what help you can be.
Alright, so here we have the first repeatable for the Elgrake, Men of Enedwaith. And well, it's not a difficult task, in the sense that you only need to defeat 3 of the Cuthraul. And at night especially they are not hard to find, but since it seems anyway we'll need to be back here at some point for the Durgavar, then we can leave that for later too. Now we have this quest item. The dark crystal is cold to the touch and sends chills down your spine. It may have something to do with how the Cuthraul were summoned to Gwyllion's gate to begin with. Saeradan will likely wish to see this crystal. Okay, what else do we have in here that it's worth looting up? Maybe this and this. Now, as you see here, no signs of the Durgavar, and yet there will not be at sunlight, so kind of bad luck because it's just dawn, so there is no hope for it to get darker before we end today's episode. And in that case, I guess the best thing that we can do is just finish all the other quests that we have. First of all, let us bring the oxen meat to the herders to the south. And let's see what they say with us. And then we'll go back to Saeradan and the other rangers. Okay, here we have wolves attacking the herds, and I think we'll need to do something about that as well.
What is your purpose here, Dúnedain?
What is this? So you are responsible for this slaughter. Why should we accept the apology of our wandering friends after this?
If you have something to say, speak it.
Perhaps I was hasty in my judgment. These cats were carefully taken from the carcass of a dead animal. Our oxen which were slaughtered were gored, their meat ruined. Perhaps if you could help us discover what creature has been haunting our herds, we will consider trading with your friends. There is a legend which tells of a great black boar, the likes of which has not been seen west of the mountains in many long ages. It is said it may be the mate or descendant of the boar of Everhold. Perhaps the Black Sow is responsible for this slaughter. Will you accept my offer? If so, look to our herd there to the northeast beneath the foothills. Almost nightly a beast or two has been slain. Is that a reference to Lord of the Flies? Like, Yux does indeed appear to have been enslaved by a great war. In the sense that you're looking for a boar responsible for these troubles? I don't know. Can be, maybe, maybe not. Okay, we're missing one more oxen to examine. My bad. Okay. Did the black sow of the Windfells. And where is the guy, I wonder? Or is he another one of those guys that only shows up at night? Because if that's the case, God, please give me a break and throw me a bone, will ya? Oh, come on. Why? Why do you insist on doing this? Oh, come on. Ah, Black Soul, no. Not only at night, thankfully. Come on, stop resisting my attacks. Please. Okay. Now that we have defeated the Black Soul, we can go back to the herds to bring the good news. And we have a task. Quest item, once again. These enormous tusks are evidence of the existence of a war of legendary size. Saeradan may be interested in seeing them. Okay.
Leave us alone. We will leave you in peace.
So, the Black Soul was indeed more than just a legend. Your deed then was heroic and worthy of song, even for a Dúnedain, a stranger.
The old woman of the mountain says we should not trust Dúnedain.
So, Dúnedain, you slew the legendary Black Soul. Then perhaps your skills will aid us further. Despite the death of the Black Soul, our herd is still being attacked. I have seen wolves prowling about during the day, but at night I have heard howls that chill my bones to the very marrow. I fear something prowls the night more fearsome than wolves. Will you go among our herds and guard them from the beasts which prey upon them? I cannot promise great reward, but you will have our gratitude. Our herds range to the northeast of Uch-lûth. So,
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
at day, as you have seen, we need to defeat these wolves. But I think at night, instead of regular wolves, you will find shadow wolves. But in any case, it's really nice that this is a quest that does change a little bit between day and night, but you can still complete regardless of when you do it. This gives you more options. So now, wanna fight at me? Well, your wish has been granted, and now you are no more.
Evil things stir in the night.
You have our thanks, Dúnedain. Your arms quite skilled.
Many foul things dwell in the shadows. I fear wolves will be the least of our troubles.
We cannot deny that your help has secured the health and safety of our people. We will then grant you your wish. We will trade meat to the other Dúnedain. Take this first package to your friends with our gratitude. Alright, thank you. That's very thoughtful of you. I'm pretty sure the rangers will be really happy. Before we continue, let us take the chance. Here we have a dwarf marker in the Arianan, I believe this is. The bridge, yeah. Arianan, I think that is Sindarin for the King's Bridge. Okay. As you see here, we also have plenty of stuff to sell. Luckily, Andrek will also trade with you all these trophies so that we can clear up backspace. But first, let us complete some of our quests in here.
What business have you with the Grey Company?
You turn the hearts of the Oxfords. Then I am in your debt, Beriathan. These provisions will be a boon to us. Return to Mistress Woon and offer her your services should she need them again. We have little else to trade.
How can I be of service?
Saeradan shudders as he touches the crystal. Alas, this foul crystal bears the taint of Morgul. Someone of great power in service of the enemy was responsible for summoning the spirits.
What can I do for you?
You found a banner bearing the sign of the White Hand. It is no secret that Saruman the White has a strong influence over the men of Dunland, but we did not know that he traveled Enedwaith. There are few inhabitants, and they keep to themselves. If Saruman's influence has indeed reached into Enedwaith, many of these strange happenings are easily explained.
How can I be of service?
You took this from a great boar, you say. Indeed, this beast must have rivaled the boar of Everhold, slain in ages past by Volca, king of Rohan. That great beast terrorized the road through the Faerun field for a long time, until at last King Volca, famed hunter that he was, took it upon himself to rid Rohan of the boar. Alas, his victory was also his death, for the task wounds he received were mortal. It would not surprise me to learn that this soul was in fact a distant descendant of that monster. What power created such a creature, I cannot say. Well, now let us tell him about Wadu.
Why would Wadu have borne such a sword? What brought him to that road to die?
Saeradan listens to your account and his confusion is evident. I am sorry indeed to hear that Wadu has been slain, but I cannot understand how he came to possess the sword that was taken from him. It is without doubt the sword of the Rohirrim, and the men of Rohan are no friend to the clans of Dunland. There is a long history of war between the two, and I fear that if Saruman's plans continue to bear fruit, there will be war again. Why would Wadu have borne such a sword? And what brought him to that road to die? Was he so overmuch in number that even such a well-crafted sword could avail him nothing?
His family must be told of his death, and the sword returned to them.
It is no use dwelling upon such mysteries, for we may never know the answer to them. He spoke of his family to you, did he not? They must be told of his death, and the sword returned to them. You will likely find them at Lanuk, the village of the Uch-lûth in Nanlaglin. You should ask the people there until you find his father and bring him both the unhappy news and the sword. It may seem cold, but perhaps the death of his son at the hands of other Dunlanding's clan will soften the father's heart to the Dúnedain. Wadu may still help us in our errand, though he be slain. Alright, let us pick this quest. Beriathan, I must thank you for your efforts on our behalf. With the agreement of Uch-lûth, we shall continue to supply his people with pelts, feathers, and herbs in exchange for provisions. Will you take this new delivery to Uch-lûth at Gavarkadlus? When you have delivered the goods, return to me and I will reward you as I may. So the reason why I'm taking this is because we will anyway need to go back there because we still need to find signs of the Drugavar at night. So next episode I'll do my best to make sure to log in at night so that we can do that quest in there, which is a shame I believe because anyway a day is beautiful even under the rain. Look how good this rain looks, and it adds a lot of character to this area and to the overall feeling that everything that our characters are going through. The harsh path, the gloom that lies ahead, and the secrecy too. The rain, I believe, will also do its part in hiding us from unfriendly eyes. But yeah, anyway, days, it's great, but we still need to come here back at night to be able to do some of the stuff that we have not done yet.
Drugavar and Kunanoon hunt at night.
Your friends offer you arm quite freely, do they not? Perhaps they are not so much your friends as you think. Nevertheless, I will not refuse a strong arm to protect our herds. Mysteries in Enedwaith Intermediate. Okay, that's good. What do we have in here? Loyalty is level 32 and the remaining points went on to Honesty. 10 LOTRO points. No title, it seems.
I do not know what aid you think you can give us.
So let me check in here. Yeah, Defender of Enedwaith, my bad. There is a title. You have completed many tasks for the Grey Company and the Algreich of Enedwaith. Virtue capped. But I think we are gonna level up Seal just a little bit. And then we'll continue doing some of the others. Some of the more tanky ones to have as a backup. And now we have Mysteries of Enedwaith Advanced. That is another 10 quests and 10 LOTRO points. So that'll be all for today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you for joining me, thank you for watching, and join me next time. We'll continue helping the Grey Company and the Algreich of Enedwaith. We will begin, I believe, with this daily quest. It's really short and it's easy XP. Then we'll go to Gavar Catalyst to do what we're missing, and then we'll go to Lanark and bring news of Wadu's death to his family, and we'll see what else happens from there. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.